Hey there, Board Game Brody here with Let's Table It, where we get games to the table, like Flip 7 by The Op. This is a fast card game with cards numbered from 1 to 12, with 12 cards with 12 on it, 11 with 11 on it, and so on. So one card has 1, and there are even 1 0 cards. So besides the number cards, there are some, score modifiers and action cards in the game as well. But this is a press your luck game, and you're trying to be the first player to get to 200 points. And if you do, then you'll win the game. But you score points based on the total number value of the cards that you have in front of you. The more valuable a card is, the more copies of that card there is in the deck. If you can successfully flip 7 number cards into your line that are different, you automatically end the round and everyone ends and you score an extra 15 points. However, if you ever draw a second card with the same number as one you already have, then you bust and you're out of the round and you score no points. 0, nada, zilch. You will choose a dealer for the first round and they will deal 1 card face up to each player, including themselves. If the card is an action card, then you will pause immediately and resolve that card. Once that's done, continue dealing until everyone has been dealt out a card. And at that point, not everyone will have, 1 number card. Some might have a modifier card, with others having no cards, and maybe others having like 3 or 4 cards, depending on certain action cards that were dealt out. That's okay. Now, similar to Blackjack, the dealer offers each player in turn an option to hit, which means to gain another card, or they can stay and keep what they have and go out, exit the round and bank their points. If you gain a card, you will add that number card in the row with the score modifier cards placed above them. Now, those cards, the action and the modifier cards, those cards will never make you bust themselves, but again, you bust whenever you have a number card that you already have in your row. No doubles, no duplicates. So real quick, action cards. You have the freeze card that has the active player banking all their points and then they are out of that round. The flip 3 card, they have to accept the next 3 cards. Now, if that player can successfully flip 7 number cards, then you can stop flipping additional cards if it's before the 3. If you flip over another action cards or a freeze of another flip 3 or something like that, they count as your 3 cards, but you don't do its action until after you have flipped over those 3 cards. Or the player busts, and if that happens, if they bust, they will have to choose an active player to play the extra cards, the flip 3 or the freeze card, and play that on them. The last action card is Second Chance. Now, you'll keep this card, and if you have this card and you hit and you're dealt out a card with the same number as another one that you already have, usually causing you to bust, then you will discard the Second Chance with the duplicate card and you will stay in. You can only have 1 Second Chance card at a time. If another one is dealt out to you, then you can choose, or you have to choose another player to give it to. At the end of the round, all second chance cards, they're all discarded. The modifier cards are from +2 to +10, and you will add that amount shown to your score. A ×2 card will let you double your points from all your number cards, but not doubling any of the modifier cards, just the number cards. The round ends when there are no more active players because either they have busted or they decided to stay. Or if a player can flip 7 number cards. This immediately ends the round as well. Scores are then calculated by adding up the numbers on your cards, adding modifiers, and potentially gaining a 15-point bonus if you flip 7. After scoring, you will then set up all those used cards to the side, continue playing the round with the remaining cards that you haven't used yet. Now, whenever you have gone through all the cards, then you will shuffle the cards back together and keep on playing. If a player reaches 200 points, or when a player reaches 200 points, then the game ends and the player with the most points at that time wins the game. And, well, that's Flip 7, a lovely push your luck card game by The Op. Something you might want to check out. It's a game that can be, played with casual players, but then if you, kind of want to get into it, you can have very strategic choices to see what cards come out and see, what are the odds that you might need to, get a new card versus a repeat card throwing you out of the game. It also gives players chance to come back from behind as other players might begin to play kind of a little bit safer. Then you might need to decide to continue pushing your luck, and it might just pay off and you might come back. You know what? This card game reminds me of, it's like a card game version of the popular Can't Stop, except this isn't with dice, but with cards, and the rounds can, be longer as you have more numbers, but it hits that same part of your brain where you realize, how fun it is to continue going on or to play it safe and stop where you're at. Then it's Can't Stop actually mixed with blackjack, as you will be deciding, to continue drawing cards, knowing you have a chance to bust, but depending on, what card you have, this chance might be low, it might be high, but the next card can be the card that busts you, or it can be a card that, does okay and gives you more points. Lastly, the scoring is just perfect because the cards that give you the more points are the cards that there are the most of. So low cards are good so that you can continue hitting and gain more cards, but high cards are good because they give you more points. So you still want them. That combination with the chance of, gaining modifier cards or action cards just makes this game hit for everyone. This will be a game that we play around the holidays for sure because it's quick, it's addicting, and it's fun for even the kids, and we'll be able to play it with them because they will be able to understand it. But the adults will also like the strategy within it as well. And with all of that, there is no clear winner. Anyone can win this game. Again, it's Brody here with Let's Table It, where we get games to the table. Like this one, Flip 7 by the OP. Please like and subscribe to our channel. We are working hard to bring to you videos like this one so you know if these games are ones that you want to get to your own table.